Hi there, this is Jackie Smith, the North Iowa editor of the Mason City Globe-Gazette, and I am out here in Clear Lake on the corner of South Shore Drive, 20th Avenue South, and Lakeview Drive South. As you can see behind me here, we have the abandoned former pit stop gas station and convenience mart / liquor store. This location is the site of a bit of controversy that crept up last night at the Parks and Rec Advisory Board in the Lakeview room down the street here a bit. I'm going to change the camera angle now and show you exactly what was discussed at the meeting. So here in front of me is the public access on 20th Avenue South. Last night at the Parks and Rec Advisory Board meeting, a local businessman by the name of Jake Kopriva came before the board with a proposal. Mr. Kopriva, who is also the owner of the Lake Time Boat Club, proposed to construct a dock here about 165 feet long with 10 boat slips. 6 of those boat slips were going to go to the boat club for their use, and the other 4 would be available for the city to lease to folks who need slips on the lake. And as we all know, slips on Clear Lake are prime real estate. They are very tough to get, and there's a long waiting list for them. So 4 additional slips could potentially be a benefit to the lakefront. However, you can see here, I'm going to pan around. This is about 60 feet of lakefront here. Seawalls on both sides of the property. Both of the property owners here to the north and to the south have docks that extend out. This dock would extend out 165 feet, which would be roughly maybe 3 or 4 times the length of a typical dock. So when Kopriva appeared before the park board last night, he was met with quite a few objections, as you might imagine, from neighbors in the area and other people who alleged, among other things, that there would not be enough space here with a public dock for other people to come and put in their boats, that it was an unfair advantage for Kopriva since he also sits on the Park and Rec Board. Although he did not participate in Wednesday night's vote, he recused himself, and as a result of that, there were no state laws that were broken in terms of conflict of interest. So that's actually not correct. Other people who spoke at the meeting felt that this needed to maintain its residential feel, and that adding a public dock here would make it feel much more like a commercial entity. And in fact, many of the people who spoke continued to refer to Kopriva's proposed enterprise as a commercial dock. So in the end, the park board decided that, yeah, they definitely wanted to recommend to the city council that the city explore putting in a dock either here on 20th Avenue South or up the road just a little north at 17th Avenue South. Those docks would be no more than 6 slips. They'd be quite a bit smaller than Kopriva's proposal. And of course, since the Parks and Rec Board is not a regulatory body, they're in fact just an advisory body, the city council can take their advice and go for it, or they can choose to ignore it. Kopriva for himself told me in an interview on Thursday morning that he plans to go back before the council and talk to them about his proposal. He's definitely open to the idea of potentially changing his proposal to 6 slips. He knows that would mean less slips, fewer slips for him and his boat club, and more for the city, but that's okay in his opinion. He also has an offer that has been accepted on the pit stop here. Let me turn around so I can show you again. The pit stop here right across the street His plan originally was to put an office in here for the boat club and then do something else, maybe introduce a new business here with the remainder of the property. He declined to say whether or not he would move forward with that should his proposal fail in its effort before the council. Again, this is Jackie Smith from the Mason City Globe Gazette here in Clear Lake.